those are going to have to set up for the Cassiopeia to get that range closed and be that big DPS deal.
Final lock will be the victor. Once again, a bit of range with that death rate. Does have to get relatively close.
Accordingly. Now, Elyoya actually making his way towards mid. Caps very low.
Looking for the first gank here. Poison ticking on Niski's down to about 150 HP. Now, Yike can toss a sapling in here to keep Caps safe. Does exactly that. Elyoya spotted, walking forward. Caps retreats down towards the bottom side where there's another sapling waiting, and Niski will base tank it. Caps turns around. Twin Fangs for the kill. The sapling did it.
Makes a small mistake. Overstays in the lane. Chasing out. Has his eyes on Broken Blade. Could go for a fight.
Yike is here, though. Has the Scuttle Crab for the movement speed. Flashes forward. Twisted Advance will chase him down. Yike on the board in his first. Feels like their second fiddle.
And that's why G2 are trying to get the Dragon here so they can stop the trade on the top side. The Cap's very low.
Niski ghosting forward. Caps has no flash, remember, and Petrifying Gaze was dodged. Niski claims a counter in the mid lane.
I mean, easy pickup for Niski. Walks forward, presses down the ult and says yes. And as you say, they're going to move immediately down.
Looking forward, Niski coming in. Elyoya does have the smite, but so does Yike, and he will take it. Elyoya flashing forward, Mickey flashing away. Twisted Advance going in from Yike, but the gravity well behind him is going to lock him in place. No flash on that tree. Kazi fighting two down towards the bottom side. Yike trying to walk away. In the end, the tree will be felled. The X finds his mark, and Mad Lions get their second kill on the board.
And just like that, the game is flipped around. An overstay from Caps in the mid lane. Hylissang looking for more. Mickey will be able to go back to base, but can they set up the dive onto Hunt?
Elyoya's on his way as well, and Yike is actually passing towards the top side of the map. Hylissang's just going to chase Hunt's armor all the way off here.
He's just killing him.
It's a Halo Blade dash, man. What can you do against such relentless hate? Tries to get the kill. The auto cancel 1-for-1 in the end.
A 1-for-1.
Burning his summoner.
And again, you're seeing just a lot of pressure in this mid lane. We said wait for 6 and a chasey.
Looking for the knockback with Broken Blade. I did not expect that. This one up. The lack of ultimates are not really on their side right now as second dragon of the game secured for G2.
Yeah, surprised to see Hilly contest as heavily as he did there.
Are you? All of G2 constantly pressuring him, pushing him out of his own jungle, making it so difficult for Elyoya to actually play the game. And with the grenade coming across the wall into the miasma, where are you going to go, Elyoya? The Snake Queen Caps takes the kill. Now the charge coming in from Kled. He's going off to Narnia at the moment, but Chase is still underneath the tower. The arrow not quite able to lock onto anyone. Yike might die here with the Twisted Advance to dodge the final tower shot. Perfect play there by Yike. Chasey on the wrong side of the rift. He will be taken out here by Caps in the end. The poison ticking him down. And on the other side of
the G2 finds himself with 3 kills.
Madline are scrambling to see if they can get everything back here. Bot side, they should be able to answer the tower for the tower, which is at least something, but with the Rift Tower going across, the threat of G2 being able to take down mid lane turret, establish vision there, and just keep playing for these Drakes is at an all-time high, and Mad need to find these ways to disrupt them, look for picks, but it's Broken Blade who's looking for Elyoya.
Sneaking behind him here. Elyoya will be met with Broken Blade. Body slam, I think, still possible. It does have the flash as well, but doesn't have a chance to use it. The tree takes him out. Yike with his second kill of the series and of the game. Niski trying to trade here, but those saplings do a lot of damage already. With
right now are struggling, but if they can slow the game down, there are ways in which they can turn this game around. The arrow will connect. I don't think Matt can convert this, though.
On the hunt used as well by Kazi.
Will make it away with his life. Caps still on the cross map. Will secure G2's 3rd outer tower. It's already contest anything. And G2 are pushing their advantage even more. Mad trying to cross map, but the problem is...
Of any soul in pro play, not seen as powerful as perhaps a mountain or a hex tech. Here, G2 will be able to get their 3rd dragon objective bounty going over to Mad Lions as they take that top tier 1 though. First tower, second tower of the game for them, obviously, because they took down.
Try and figure something out, but Caps.
He has arrow in 8 seconds. Flash, body slam, Caps splashes away. No perfect buffer on the explosive cast. Petrifying Gaze hits 2. Nature's Grass coming in from the side as well as Yike looks to join the fray. Kazi trying to trade onto Mickey, but he flashes away. Hylissang almost trades with Caps, they can't quite do it. Caps survives with 40 HP. And now Kazi, Chasey, Niski, and Elyoya are much the worse for this sequence of events. Elyoya taken out by Yike. That Gragas drunk under the table by G2. Broken Blade coming in with the charge as well as he looks to isolate Niski. No mana on the Victor. Niski pulled, not quite with the bear trap on the rope. He also tell here on the Ashe. Not quite able to match those arrows. Caps with the Petrifying Gaze once again. Chasey tried to trade in, but don't really trade onto a 3-item Cassio at this point. She doesn't have boots, but she can still kill you where you stand. Hylissang dies as well. Yike now with the chase with the Nature's Grasp. Mickey looking for the upgraded grenade, and here it comes across the wall. Instead, he puts down 2 turrets. Kazi tries to join his team, but they are already 6 feet under. Broken Blade on the chase as well. Kazi spell shields away, the bear trap on a rope, but that has
just dominated from G2. The solo kill from Broken Blade.
Oh, the arrow!
The arrow will connect onto Hansam.
The charge could come out. Still Caps TP behind him. Nothing personal, kid, but Caps wants his title, wants to match Perks at the top of the leaderboards as he takes another unstoppable now.
Into the base of Matt.
I think we'll see a lot of actually adaptation as we come into game number 2 as Mickey will get hit by the stun.
Niski goes forward, dodges Chain of Corruption, they're looking for Hansama. Yike though with the Nature's Grasp will catch out Niski, and now that Victor's not in the best of shapes. Locked down, Yike knocks him back, and the hail of arrows are not even needed as Yike secures the kill. Once again, you can see Mad Lions just looking for anything here. It's last chance saloon, and perhaps more looking at the draft and at how to play the early game in game 2 than focusing on this matchup right now. Have to remember, Mad have played 9 games over the last 2 days. This is their 10th. Got to wear on you a little bit, and this game 1 has shown that. Broken Blade's going to kill off Hylissang. Next up is Chasey, as he's locked up in his own base. With the Baron buff, no 1-2 minions for them as they try and secure this tower. Kazi getting chased in by Caps, who flashes forward once again. And the damage from the twin bangs, a true Medusa, come to life. Caps continues to show why his name is amongst the best in Europe, perhaps the best that has ever played the game here.
8-1-0 is the scoreline. No assists for Caps, all kills as they look to end the game in 25 minutes.
A demolition from G2 so far as they look for a little bit more. Niski not even allowed to walk amongst his own towers. He will be felled. Hylissang chased back to his fountain. No sweet release for him, instead the sweet release of death. Chasey as well, trying to do what he can, but there's just not much you can as G2 go 1-0 up in the LEC Winter Finals.
It's 5v5, so they're going to act more as a disengage, as it will be...
Greg as support?
Actually, what will it be?
I think it's Greg support, Jarvan jungle, Kled mid.
Kled
Why are you surprised? Caps wants to roam with that bottom side, Yike, and will be spotted as he tries to catch this wave. Niski has the exhaust, Mickey going in underneath the tower, already 1 gone. They catch out Kazi. Niski's going to join the party here though. Hansama dashing through, Hylissang falls for the double, and G2 just decimate them in the bot lane. Niski flashes for 1, but Yike is able to dash away. And in the end,
he's playing very safe right now as Elyoya now coming to cover. He should spot out Yike.
Charge in onto Niski. Petrifying Gaze possibility, but he doesn't get a stun onto anyone. Caps underneath the tower, claims the kill. And now Elyoya on the wrong side of that fight. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mickey going in once again. Kazi trying to trade, but Hansama's full HP still. The Ignite won't be enough to take down Hylissang. He escapes with his life, but the wave's still not in a good shape. Yike could look for something. Hylissang has backed all the way off towards his tier 2 to make sure that he can't be killed. Kazi could block the body slam. It still connects. Mickey underneath the tower. Hylissang still surviving. Elyoya's on his way. Kazi able to kill off 1, and they're looking for more. Mickey now not in the best of shapes as Elyoya gets on the board. And Hansama
in the dragon.
Yike's still on the way down though. Caps pretty overextended here.
Miasma coming down. Glacial Prism as well for the follow-up. Now he's going to jump off Skull and try and get away from this one. Concussive blows. He flashes the wall just as the auto connected. Mickey looking for Kazi. Can't quite get in range. The control ward though. Kazi, great flash away from Yike. But first up is 1. And here comes Dante's Inferno. Man in 7 layers of hell. As Hansama just shrinks them. Underneath the tower they dive. Hylissang will not survive. A double for Caps and clean up for G2.
G2 keeps the Revolution alive again. They are diving.
Lead. But the cross map is happening for G2. They're pushing down that bot lane tower. They're securing plates for their bot lane. And Broken Blade, he's just going to have to rely on the support of his jungler as Matt threatened to dive.
Broken Blade, no flash. Does have the counter-strike, will use it. Elyoya locked up underneath the tower, tanking it as well, and Elyoya will fall in the dive. Botched now as G2 strike back. Chasey trying to trade in, but really can't put too much more damage down. Concussive blows, Glacial Fissure used as well. They dive onto Broken Blade, but they can't get in range. Chasey unwilling to invest the flash.
It's just such a big win for G2 already, and they're going to get more off Chasey here.
Chasey still has the flash, uses the riposte as well. Ignite going down. Caps has charge in 2 seconds. He's going to use it immediately. Underneath the tower, Caps locks down Chasey. Chasey trying to heal after it. Off comes for Skull. Invulnerability for Caps.
Teeth at Yike as well. Elyoya, when he came into this split, rookie of the split, wins the season in his first split, joining Mad Lions. And now Yike is lucky.
Carry. Elyoya recognizes the best place for him to make a play now is in the top lane. So they're going to look for it.
Ooh. That riposte hits. That's a stun. Permafrost being used as well as Broken Blade dives in. The grand challenge put down. And Chasey wins out with the help of his jungler. Mad Lions investing their resources wisely.
Caps moving up to try and cover the wave though, so they can't get too much. Nobody in the mid lane though, because it looks like Yike still moving down towards this bot side to try and support Hansam and Mickey.
Does Caps go in here? Has the charge, can look for it, but Elyoya stayed around. Caps will dismount, charges away, in fact doesn't even need to get off Skull. Manages to escape the tower, falls down towards the bottom side. That's 5 plates there.
Demonstration. Caps always surprises me with the number of champions that he can play. Could very well be in a bit of danger here.
Riposte dodged to the side there by Caps. Yike is here. Hansama on his way up as well. Caps splashes away once again, escaping on a sliver. Yike next up though, the Permafrost will get the stun, but Hansama's joined the party. The Inferno trigger will be primed and ready. Just needs one more stack. S-rank. Die, die, die. Yike takes the kill on Elyoya.
I feel so frustrating for Mad. Again, they found a situation where it felt like they had the numbers advantage, but Hansama comes out of nowhere, creates that the gold is ballooning out of control. Another outer tower will fall. The mid is soon to follow, and Mickey looking for a flank.
Hansama will have that ultimate once again. Mickey does go in. Cataclysm used. Mickey locked up for a long time. We killed off the flank from Broken Blade. Not in the best of shapes as 4 members of Mad can collapse onto him. He dives forward though with a counter-strike. Miasma going down as well. The barrel being used. Hansama opens up with the Inferno trigger. That's 2. Chasey and Niski now need to escape. Hansama diving in once again. Niski trying to trade back. Conqueror fully stacked. Caps going in with a bear trap on the rope as Yike looks to join the party. Will just be forced away. Niski still steps forward. Good Petra engaged, but the cleanse from Hansama. Perfectly timed from him, and they baited out smart and Mad. Niski thought he could find something, but G2 slammed the door in their face.
Hansama
Those big leads, and now you're starting to see it once more. They're looking for the mid lane tower. You've got the Ocean Dragon available in just a few moments for them as well, and they're just continuing
that 1v1. Niski on the Casio can do a huge amount of work later on. It's Kazi playing on hit balance as well, so it's not the poke variant that we often see. Hillesang's haven't been mano and mano, as we see G2 pushing into this jungle. The charge coming out onto Elyoya, Caps looking for the flank position, and once again it's Niski that they dive on towards. Niski trying to survive, locked up to the Cataclysm. In goes Hansama, who is stunned immediately, but they just can't get the damage onto him. The Inferno trigger finds its marks once again. It's a 1 for 3 so far. Elyoya and Chasey trying to run for the wind, trying to find some solace in their base, but G2 once again collapse. And in what was a very mess of a fight, G2 come out on top.
G2 used the Herald that they dropped in their base as a means to start a fight.
Try and just keep G2 at bay. And now, yes, they're going to try and move in, but Chasey's now in trouble.
EQ flash onto Chasey, no flash on the Fiora. Cataclysm, a possibility as well. They're trying to hold it, they don't even need it. Hansama unstoppable, 8-1 on Samira.
Tower, but by the time they get there, the Baron will already be secured. G2 will be able to reset and make their way back out onto the map.
Immediately after his first year in the LFL, joins G2, now finds himself almost at the steps to take that win in the LEC in his
final over an EMEA Masters final. As they are looking to go 2-0 up in this one. Chasey takes a tower up towards the top lane. Caps looking for the chase here. Chasey could turn this around, doesn't really know where the rest of G2 are. Grand challenge has been issued. Chasey, couldn't quite get the vital, and now Hansama closing in and closing the door on Chasey.
The man has been a monster this game, and showcasing that he's not just a Draven one-trick. This man is unbelievably talented as G2 look to pressure the top tier 2.
Glacial Prison was used there. Hillesang trying to defend the tower, needs to dash over to Elyoya, but Like's going to try and stop him. Glacial Fisher being used as well, but not enough to distract G2 from their target. Chain of Corruption was issued. Didn't really find too much there for Mad. Now 2 waves pushing in. Yike's going to shepherd in these 3 caster minions up towards the top lane. Mid lane inhibitor forfeit as G2 continue the pressure. Continue to raise Mad Lion's base to the ground. Another wave coming in top as Mickey pokes and prods at Elyoya. G2 will work their way up towards this top lane. Double inhibitors at 25 minutes sounds pretty good to them. 25
minutes in game 1, they were hitting the Nexus of Mad. Game 2, as we approach 25 minutes, G2 is looking to do the same thing. Mad's last final fight to protect this game.
You're going in, Chasey looking for the damage here onto Mickey. Concussive blows. Wasn't procced. No permafrost there either.
But I gotta say, if you're looking for G2 winning this, they get towards MSI. It's an exciting prospect to see them bring this to the table.
Definitely is. Broken Blade flashing away from Hillesang, who flash forward. Caps and Hansama shepherding in the mid lane wave. Hansama looking for the damage on Elyoya. The Blade World to dodge the Glacial Prison stops the engage in his tracks. Mickey low as well, but only down to half HP. Not as low as Mad Lions hopes. You feel the Radiant Virtue healing them up a little bit, but might not be enough to defend their base. The Nexus Tower's under siege, shots from the minions. G2 stepping forward once again. Hansama tanking Nexus Tower shots. Inferno trigger used to heal up the minions a little bit there. Niski still trying to trade in, but 3 inhibitors down now, Mad Lions. The last dregs of hope. Trying to find something at the bottom of the barrel, but G2 don't even push for the win. They can turn back, they can go for the soul. They can even look for a catch here.
Mad. They know that Hansama's there, but G2's ready.
In the clear charge as well. Hansama locked up for a second, doesn't have the S rank, but he still has the GA. He'll be resurrected, but all the Mad Lions might be dead by the time he comes back alive. Kazi underneath the tower trying to survive, but he's locked up. Chasey trying to do what he can, but there's not much you can. And they are coming back superbly to survive the fight. It's a 1 for 3 so far. Can Chasey and Elioya defend? The minions pushing in, not much mana on G2, not much health either, but they have enough, it seems, to lock Chasey underneath the tower, take the Nexus turrets, and go 1 win away from their 10th title in Europe. Mid Betty, it's Talia support. It's Talia support. He did this before. Remember, it went really badly for Mickey.
I do remember.
It could just be Talia mid.
It could just be Talia mid.
Could just be Talia.
I mean,
Probably Talia mid.
It's probably Talia mid, but I was excited there for a second.
And I think that's been the big standout thing for me for G2 is how good Caps have been at roaming, and it looks like a dive on bot as Elioya goes top.
Broken Blade pops the ghost early on here. Knockback flashes forward. Chasey flashes away from the axe. The undertow was used. Broken Blade trying to get his way out of this one, but the red buff slow should be enough. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Helasan getting dived. Kazi trying to get the kill onto Mickey. Kazi surviving! Hansama flashes forward. Niski gets 1. It's 2 kills across the map for Mad Lions in answer for 1. Helasan, I think, can't jump back on. Now can. Back onto Niski.
Play, and Kazi was the one that died. Still has a small gold lead, at the very least going even after Hansama picks up this wave. Mad, though, looking for another play top.
Broken Blade has no summoners here. Nowhere for him to go, and Chasey should be able to secure this one. Runs away. Elioya takes it instead. With Yike in the area, Chasey didn't want to give anything up. Oh, did they just see him?
They should have spotted that.
Maybe just saw the edge of him. Kazi has no E, no way to dodge away. Helasan needs to jump back on, but he can't get there in time. Yike takes the kill. Kazi,
Be wary of that one. Dragon should be taken here in answer though for G2, and could potentially see an immediate play on the top side here from Matt.
Exactly. They're aware that the Dragon is going down.
Kazi step forward once again down towards this bottom lane. Helasan still only level 4, doesn't have that ultimate. Lightning crash coming out, the TP being used as well. Like Yike locks them up underneath the tower. Kazi surviving for so long, but Helasan just can't get the damage down. Yike now on the wrong side of the map. Flashes away from the explosive cast, looking for the Q as well. Can he get over the wall? He can't get close enough. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Broken Blade trying to survive the dive. He takes a 1 for 1. In the top. Chasey on the board, 1-0-2 now. Caps on his way up the Weaver's Wall, a possibility. Chasey does still have the flash and will back away. There's the Weaver's Wall. Chasey looking for the knockback. What can you do here, Chasey? Dives in, seismic shove just wide. Chasey can turn this one. Caps has to ghost. Caps clapped in the top lane.
At least trade, as we see now, an engage from Kazi.
Onto Hansama. Kazi looking for the damage here. Does have the lightning crash as well, but can't quite put it down. The grenade's going to connect, though. And Helasan unable to do anything about it. Kazi falls for the 4th time this game.
Mickey with a beautiful stun onto Kazi. Doesn't flash out of the way, which means that he loses his life. And this bot side is growing ever greater in favor of Hansama once more.
Keep your eyes on top though. Elioya here with the Rift Herald in tow. They want to try and trade 2 towers for the bot lane turret at the moment. And with only Broken Blade here, Caps trying to help out.
It's a tale of 2 carries right now in this game. Chasey knocked back with the seismic shove. They're going to try and turn onto him, and he's taken out, shut down. Over to Broken Blade. Chasey just a little bit too far forward there. And G2 were able to pounce. Niski looking for something. No Ragnarok available for the Olaf, but Caps on his way once again. No seismic shove. So no Weaver's Wall for him right now. The Undertow connects onto Niski. Cease and desist being used as well. There's the shove back into the unraveled earth. Niski trying to survive. Elioya turning it back around with the Cyclone. 1 knock-up. They try and take out Broken Blade. They'll find him. Caps has splash. Yike goes in. Niski low. Elioya 2. Caps has the stopwatch. And Mickey comes in to secure the kill. G2 should be able to secure this tower. Mickey going behind them. Elioya's on the way, though. Final chapter being used. Kazi low, lightning crash, not enough. Helasan now needs to survive. The tower still standing, though, and Elioya is here to counteract this dive. Hansama spell shields. Mickey tanks a shot. The grenade again from Mickey.
And G2 are like, cool, we can just solo this out as long as we know the jungler's on top side.
Broken Blade has the flash, Ghost up, Ragnarok is well available for him. The Dragon resets, but Hansama will walk back in, and Mickey takes it. He's doing it all this game. Takes the Dragon as well. Mad Lions don't look for the dive. Mickey coming across towards the side here. Grenade short, flash away, upgraded turret. Seismic shove coming out as well as the Ragnarok up towards the top side. Chasey's being locked up. The shutdown goes over to Elioya. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Niski looking for something.
Hit Chasey trying to collapse, come help his team out. Tries to sidestep the Q. The wall is available for Elioya. I don't know if he needs to use it here, though.
I think you go mid with it, right?
Yeah, I think it makes more sense. There's a lot of wave clear on the side of G2 when you have the Talia and the Sivir. So Yike will run into each other, but they're gonna quickly split off. Elyoya has found Mickey.
Mickey locked up with the Cyclone here. Final chapter coming out as well. No flash on Mickey, and he is locked up and taken out. Cease and desist now used. Elyoya still surviving though. The power of Yuumi on his shoulders doing everything the Mad Lions needed. G2 scattered to the winds. Rift Elder's used in the mid lane, takes the tower. Elyoya low on HP, but Broken Blade's going to feel a bit of hurt here as Chasey continues to chase forward onto him. Chasey going in, Yike charging up the Vault Breaker just to keep Chasey at bay. Niski, is it a bomber moment? Not quite. The body slam goes short. Niski looking for the barrel toss. We'll get it out. Caps at half HP. Niski so sustainable in these fights. More damage, touches away. Niski thinking that Caps would go up towards the top side. Chasey on the flank here. Niski low, flashes away, but Chasey can tank those towers for days. Caps, how you getting out of this one? The flash, the knockback is not enough to kill off Chasey. It is enough to survive. In the end though, Mad Lions send 4 and Caps falls.
And that's the play that we were talking about for Mad. They get the pick on Mickey, they get the play onto Caps, and now they can actually set up control in this bot side for the Dragon. Caps will not be up and available. Have to use that Weaver's Wand to get in range. Broken Blade's here.
Broken Blade behind them. Ragnarok available. No Ghost for him though, and he's caught in the midst of 2 players. Kazi jumps away. Elyoya and Niski will secure that one. And it's all
TP coming through from Niski though. They want to fight this.
Final chapter being used. Yike goes in with a cease and desist. Kazi on the flank, trying to catch out Mickey. Yike already down, shut down by Chasey. Mickey next up as Mad Lions take 2. Niski on the flank. There's a tower there, my dude. Probably don't want to go for that dive, but Mad get everything they wanted out of the play. 3rd Drake of the game, 2 kills, 3 kills in fact, as both Mad Lions at 5,000 HP on this Baron. Would be their first of the series. Caps knocked away with the explosive cards. Caps looking for the steal, can't find it. And now Mad Lions well and true.
Yike.
And does Vault Breaker away. But the chase with the prowling projectile, and you're looking for that chase there. Final chapter coming out as well. Cease and desist turning it around though. And G2 are ready to pounce on this. Elyoya dodging away. That's the fake. As G2 will take it down. Elyoya with that Yuumi on his shoulders. Pretty unkillable right now. And you said it, Dagda. He's going to chip out Mickey. And that's what we saw against Trimby yesterday. Jace, in this position with 3 items, is so difficult to deal with.
Yeah, 1,300 damage per minute yesterday on that Jace, and trying to see if you can do it just again. G2 stuck underneath their towers, and this is where it starts to come back to bite you, that you don't have that super long...
Victor, Elyoya's volley bear did some damage. Speaking of damage, Niski, bomber.
Flashes away from the seismic shove, but the cease and desist will lock him up for the moment. How long can this Gragas survive? Mickey caught off towards the bottom side as Elyoya once again looks to make the Heimerdinger his target. Niski still alive, the Seraph Shield doing everything they needed it to. Elyoya dives in, Mickey falls, and now Chasey's in the midst of them all. Very low, Hansama flashing for it. Hansama's going to open up here. The ricochets can do so much work in this sort of situation, and Mad Lions just dived into their demise. 4 kills over to G2.
Themselves in winning positions, and then they get over eager. Why was Niski trying to solo kill Caps? Completely isolated from his team.
Up. Not going to be too impactful. I mean, it is good to get extra armor and magic resist, but no one's really building it on the side of Mad, so it's not going to give you as much of a buff as something like... And just go for the Baron. Elyoya down to half HP, only has a Gromp. Cap's going to try and do a little bit more work here. Seismic shot. He's got it. Volley. He finds him, but Elyoya ticking and will go down. Caps with the blind prediction.
There's no flash on Elyoya, and now Mad, they're gonna lose the Baron, and just like that, G2 have flipped the game on its head.
Mad might look for something in a 5v4. Engage from Yike, only mates onto Niski. Cease and desist all the way onto the backline. The lightning crash coming out from Kazi. The final chapter being used as well. But Hansama gets to open up, and Hansama will not be denied. Kazi trying to survive, dashing back. Zeri and Yuumi can do so much, but Hansama has had enough. A triple for Sivir, and G2 with the Baron will barrel down mid.
How did G2 get away with this? This was Mad Lions' game. This was their moment to take us to a game 4, but Hansama refuses to be denied his title.
It all comes off the back of one of the most successful players in Europe in Caps. Elyoya is back on the map and he wants revenge.
Looking behind Summer, knows he has no summoners. The Cyclone will get the shutdown. Elyoya with 1,000 extra gold to go. Niski looks for Mickey. Mickey has the flash and will get away, but Elyoya not having any of that chases him down. A solo.
That pick, He is the reason why the Baron was
Chasey's
lost.
won this before. He has the flash. Caps looking for the seismic shot. Flash away by Chasey, and Chasey almost gets him. That final shot may have been enough. Everything comes back to an equal state. Gold even, 3 dragons to 2 in favor of Mad Lions. Still, 2 games to 0 in favor of Nisqy. Going to try and defend this, but he's all on his lonesome. The rest of Mad Lions are in the mid lane, and Yike is looking for him. Cease and desist going to be used onto Nisqy. No stopwatch for him. Knocked back, and Nisqy just locked down underneath this tower. Broken Blade tanking it, and Mad Lions, not a moment to react. G2 now continue to find picks.
The chain CC was just clean there from G2. Nisqy literally didn't get to move. He doesn't have the Zhonya's. But Elyoya, he sees a target and he's going.
Final chapter being used. Broken Blade still in the bush though. Do they know he hasn't back? The Ragnarok turning this one around. Yike coming forward as well. Elyoya shut down by Mickey. So many times the prey.
The Hansama and Caps can just make a beeline for mid lane. Level 18 on the Talia now. 3 items fully completed. Hansama with 4. They're looking to take these towers down.
So we got the opposite side of the LPL maybe coming through with 3-0. Might be the case here with G2 with the way that they're playing.
So do you go for the fight? Vision goes in with the fast side alteration. Weaver's wall has been used as well in the Baron, already down to 7,000 HP. Nisqy trying to get in, and Elyoya can jump into the back of the steals it! And Elyoya steals it and gets the hell out of there! Cease and desist will lock him up. Mad Lions now need to take the party, take the fight. Elyoya dodging as much as he can, but Hillistang's already down. That's 2 to G2. Mad Lions, you need to retreat, you need to get out. A flash forward from Yike. Kazi trying to put the damage down, rattling through with the burst fire. Mad Lions might try and turn.
He's bought more time for Mad to still turn this series around.
A hero play, and the fact that Mad Lions managed to get away as well. So
Lions up towards the top side. G2 just walk in the middle of the base here, and Mad Lions spend a little bit too long up towards top. They'll lose their inhibitor in mid lane. G2, it's a heist, it's a theft as the final chapter comes out, but Ragnarok will stop any CC. Seismic shot.
All the way, given that right now when you look at the damage profile, Chasey's one of the big poke factors that can hold G2 at bay. Pressure continues to mount though. Mad continue to try and control the wave. And Yike trying to gain access into the fog of war, but Mad doing a great job of denying that vision. Good damage on Mickey.
Already down to half. Broken Blade stepping forward.
Elyoya
looking for him. Gets onto Mickey. The stopwatch to stop the explosive cast. Elyoya able to get out. The final chapter coming in as well. Cass is going to get the seismic shot up towards the bottom side. Kazi in the GA. Mad all hell the retreat. They've already lost 1. They've lost 2. And G2 open up a double for Hansama. Looking for 3. Looking for 4. Looking to take all 5. Mickey takes 1. G2 take the fight, and it's despair for the Lions and delight for G2.
G2 will find the fight that they needed. Caps will go back to pick up the wave, and it is everything that they could have hoped for.
Absolute domination from G2. The fight was too split from Mad, and G2 are looking to take it.
9 titles before today. History and Historia for G2 as they claim their 10th title. Lions making it to the finals. I don't think many people expected that, but someone perhaps who did expect the result of today is standing by. Law, take it away.
Thank you, Medic. Mickey, Hans, congrats on taking down Mad Lions in the final. Berlin, once again, please, for the winners. That was a rather fast and one-sided series, but I don't think we can say this about the last game, especially Mickey. How did you come back from this one?
Well, it was a bit rough. Well, they pulled out the Yumi. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought the champion was dead, but I guess it's not yet. And it was a bit hard of a game.
Yeah.
Luckily, we got a huge lead bot, so we could equalize the lead that they got top. And then, yeah, we just felt like we had a better late game, a better comp, so we just kind of won, yeah.
It was an amazing game, and Hans, I have to talk about this series as a whole. I was waiting for you to play Samira, but I have to say, with this draft especially, I didn't think it was an ideal scenario to play Samira. But tell me about the champion, how much you like it, and why did you think it was the right time to pick it?
I think it was the right time to pick it, especially of the, well, there was a pocket pick of Mickey. I like the Javan, and everyone in my team had like knockups. And in enemy, they didn't really have much CC to cancel my ulti or whenever I dash in. So it felt really like the perfect Samira game for me. And I was grinding her a lot during the off season. I was maybe more than 200 games that we were smashing every game. And I'm really glad to be able to pull this champion off. For me, she's like honestly the female-driven. She does so much damage. She's really strong. Yeah, and she's in this patch that we just played. She's really broken.
The champion fits you so well. An amazing performance from you on this Samira. Mickey, another title for you. It's been quite a while since the last one. How does this one feel, especially when you consider the new format and everything? Thank you, Mr. Romain, for the shield. But yeah, tell me how this one feels and how different it rings compared to the other ones you had.
Yeah, I mean, it feels really nice, especially since I haven't gotten one in quite a long time. It's also the first time I've won in like the studio, I guess.
Yeah.
So, no, it was nice overall. I was really confident going into it as well, because I think our team is just way too insane. So, yeah, feels good.
Feels good to see you again on the winning side. And Hans, coming in today, I couldn't believe that you never actually won a title. And this is actually your first, right? Thank you. I think it's deserved to have so many cheers from the fans, especially how long you've been waiting for this one. Tell me about first impressions about being the champ, finally.
It feels amazing. I was really close to it a few years ago against my Lions.
Right.
But I ended up being reverse swept. But yeah, it feels really amazing. That I can't believe for so many years I haven't got the title. I was just doing finals. I'm really glad that I won today. We won, and yeah, my team is really amazing, and it's been a really great journey so far. Yeah.
The sweet, sweet taste of revenge here. Mickey, being reunited with this kid. Back to the Misfits days, actually. I know I talked to you at the beginning of the split. You were telling me, Hansama is driving me in the lane, and it's actually good to be reunited with him. But how different is the duo now that you had a couple of weeks on stage to play together?
Well, I felt like we were really good back in Misfits already, but I think now we're even better, even though that could be impossible, but we made it. No, but I think we're just really good. I think we both bring a lot more to the team compared to our Misfits days. We both talk a lot more. Yeah, I think it's also just really nice to play lane. It always feels really free. We always have a lot of plans going into it, and we're just both really motivated to get better. So I really like it, yeah.
Is there anything you want to add to this, Steven? To the synergy and being reunited with Mickey on the Rift?
It's really amazing to be working with Mickey every day. We together, we are really like whenever we go to everyday scrim, it feels like so nice because we understand each other very well. We always review every single game. We get to talk to each other, like what do we want to do, like what do we want to achieve and stuff. It feels very nice to be with Mickey because I can be myself, he can be himself. And yeah, we have experience before, and definitely it's better this year because we talk more and bring more to the table, which is a very nice feeling. And every day just a blessing to be able to play with Mickey.
You were mentioning achievements, and I know that at the beginning of the year we had an interview together, and you told me that you have things to prove here coming back to Europe after a disappointing year in the LCS. Did you reach the level you were expecting to reach, and did you prove what you wanted to prove here in the LEC?
Oh well, we've got some great games. I feel like this is not our final state yet. Final form, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna be much stronger. I think slowly and slowly. We just gotta keep up the grind and yeah, not be lazy.
I can just expect that you're going to be much stronger because you have MSI on the line now. But this is something we'll follow up on later. Mickey, Hans, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Congrats again on being the Winter Split champion. And Sharks, back to you for PGL.
Thank you you so much, Laura. What a wonderful interview with a fantastic bot lane. And we, of course, also had to get the top laner and the jungler here as Goldberg. And I know there's one missing, but we have a special treat for you later, so don't worry. First up, congratulations, Broken Blade. Congratulations, Yike. Maybe you first, Yike. I mean, we were talking about it before the last game. What an insane month and a half it's been for you. Congratulations. And what does it mean to you to win your first title?
Yeah, thank you. I don't know, it went really quick. I mean, it's been like 2 months of the season only, and I already won my first LEC split, so I'm really happy. I'm really grateful for my team, for my staff. Like, they've helped me so much, because I feel like I was another person when I started in the team, and I feel so confident in myself when I play, and it feels really amazing.
Okay. Broken Blade, a champion again here. It wasn't spring last time, so it was in the beginning of the year as well. Congratulations. What does this one mean to you?
Thank you. I mean, it means a lot, right? It means a lot, especially because we won with 3 new players, right? And was a lot of first ones for Hans, actually, and Yike, so I'm very happy for that. It's the 3rd title that I've won, hopefully to many more as well with this roster.
Goldberg.
I mean, honestly, unbelievable way for it to happen. First 2 games definitely just seemed like layers above the rest of them. And then 3rd game, I mean, I'll be honest, I really thought they were going to lose that one. I still barely have no idea how it comes back into it. And what really just goes into my mind as well is just like, Caps, man. What a goddamn mid laner. Like, the way he finds picks almost individually, unbelievable. And it's so rare to see in competitive League of Legends when everything is so team focused. So yeah, I was blown away by today's final.
Talk to me about the first 2 games, maybe. Let's start there, Broken Blade. It did seem that Caps was in rare form, but I think everybody probably had an exceptional start.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we obviously prepared a spicy draft. Yeah. I think a lot of fans liked it as well. The Klett, where they had to ban in game 3 even. So, I mean, we were definitely prepared with crazy stuff, with some spicy drafts. And I feel like that's our territory, kind of, you know. A lot of people say, like, for example, I remember Elioya was saying our drafts are not good. But I think that's more of a coping mechanism, you know. Like, we're just good, and we're good at playing creative, but we're also good at playing normal. So, I mean, we're just too dangerous, I think, to play against, at least in the EU right now. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to Spring Splits. And then after that, MSI.
Yeah, Yike, when it comes to these games, the last one was the spiciest, I would say. You guys were in a deficit. What do you think were the tools that you used to get back in the game? And were you embarrassed when Elioya stole the Baron, rather?
So the last game, yeah, the whole game went like really bad, and I think I tried to stay calm in the comms, and everyone else was like really calm. It didn't feel like we were like so behind, and we kept playing the game like really well. And yeah, I tried to look for picks perma with the Caps, and it worked out like a lot of times. And yeah, we wanted to do Nash, and we kind of just flipped it. We basically said that, oh, if it gets Nash, it's gonna die. If it doesn't get Nash, then we get Nash. So it was just a 50-50, and he won it. So yeah.
Overall, the Mad Lions got to the final again, Broken Blade. You have a lot of experience of playing versus all these players. So what do you think it was that it made you better than them today? I don't want to use too harsh of a wording, because I think they surprised a lot of people with the way they played throughout the split, just not enough today.
I mean, I think they deserve to be in the final, definitely. I mean, beating all these teams, Koi and SK. I think SK was having a really great split as well. But I think the clutch factor was Niski, I think. I think he's been popping off on Gragas, actually. They've won every game on Gragas mid, other than the last one, I guess. But I think any team is kind of not having an easy time beating us, right? But anyway, I think, yeah, Niski was doing really, really well. I think Elioya, Chasey, also very, very strong top jungle. Gave me a hard time in the last game, especially. So also props to them. I mean, they definitely deserve to be in the final, but I think us, like the work and stuff we put in this team is just so much that I don't think we should just lose, you know? Like, I think we have too much of effort put into it, too much sweat to like actually lose. And I think that obviously brings a lot of resilience in the team as well. And these games that we are supposed to be losing, we can still turn around, and that's because everyone is giving it their all. No one is shutting down. So I'm like, it's just very fun to play, actually. Even if it's scrims, even on off days, stage, especially if you're in finals, right? So it's just very nice. So
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we have seen from G2 for a while now in your run last year as well. But I guess my question is, what kind of habits are you building to make sure that the peak doesn't come too early and keeps going? Because, you know, your expectation is to perform at MSI, to perform at the EU season finals at the end of the year, to perform at Worlds. And I mean, that just looks like that's so much work, right? That's in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we did have the experience, at least last year, that the good thing is that we have to start from last year. And we did mistakes last year, which was just, you know, how it happens sometimes. But we take that with us next year. So this year, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we're not going to do the same mistakes. We're going to be staying humble. As I said in a previous interview, humble first place, right?
Yeah.
And we always hold ourselves accountable. I think that's the most important. And when we get cocky, because it does happen, especially Cavs. We have to, you know, like calm ourselves down, you know, stay in place. Like, for example, that's why I think we also kind of lost. We're losing the third game because we're a bit out of the zone, you know. But we get back into it, and I think Mad Lions got out of it very quick. But again, I think it's just about accountability, you know, staying responsible to what you're doing on an everyday basis, and we have that. So shout out to the staff. So.
Stuff, I think. They're probably so happy. They're like, yes, these are my boys talking about accountability. You talked about being cocky. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. Let's head over to Broxa and Caps.
So, I am sitting here with Caps next to me. And first and foremost, Caps, you are, surprise, surprise, the MVP of the final. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you.
Well deserved after that performance. Now, this is my first time interviewing, but I've seen in the Caps recap show that you're a bit of an expert. So, do you have any advice for me before we start this?
I always come with the hard questions, of course. You know, you don't want to leave anything unsaid. So, if there's anything you need to say, just get it out there, you know.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, first and foremost, well, one thing confuses me a bit, because back when we played together, you would always want to play a lot of crazy things. But back then, Dylan never allowed you to play off-meta picks on stage, maybe except the Vayne, of course. But now, you're playing it every game. What has changed? Like, new year, same coach, but you're now unleashed.
I mean, for sure, I think like Dylan wants us to have like success with the things we do, right? And I actually tried to play Kled back in 2018, as we talked a bit about, and it didn't really have a lot of success with it. This time around, we were doing much better in scrims, and then I think Dylan feels much more comfortable. And I honestly wish we could play a lot more games, because I have like 10 more troll picks that I want to play, but I've never had as many troll picks in my champ pool as I have right now, but I unfortunately can't get to show them off.
I still remember one time we were bootcamping in Korea before Worlds, and you played Draven mid with like the big-haired Draven skin. I hope we're going to see that at some point. That would be hype.
But they keep banning it. They keep banning my Draven.
Oh, true, actually. Okay. You've won a lot of LEC splits at this point, obviously. What is different now? Like, does it feel any different compared to when we won our first one together back in 2018, or is it just like another day in the office at this point?
I mean, I think every split feels different, right? I think every split is like a lot of them have been with different teams, so it feels like there's like a different vibes and then different feelings. Some are very like happy teams with a lot of jokes. Other teams are a bit more serious, and it always feels good to win, of course. And especially with like the last few years of like summer we lost. I had a lot of my family there as well, so I was really hoping we could get revenge against Koi. Unfortunately, Matt locked them out, but it feels really good.
Happy to hear. Not too surprising, of course. I have a final question for you. So, the Caps, I remember, was always happy, energetic. Like you mentioned, there was always a lot of jokes. Broken Blade just confirmed to us that you're still cocky, so I guess that hasn't changed. But if you compare 2018 Caps to the 2023 version, what do you think has changed?
I mean, I think like outside of learning the game, I think I've become much like smarter about the game. I think maybe in the past I relied more on just like outplaying my opponent and just playing like full aggressive. Now I still play really aggressive, but at least I think a little bit more about the game. But I think outside the game, I still feel like my rookie year. I still feel like very trolly, and even with Yai coming in, and you'll be like, oh, maybe Caps has to like be very responsible. I still feel like I'm maybe doing more trolling than he is. So it's maybe one day, maybe 5 years from now, you know, then I'll finally grow up.
I guess we'll see what happens. Well, that's it here from me and Caps. Good little throwback through the memories. Now we're gonna send it back to Shocks.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.